Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Corny. Hello, guys, and welcome back to Ashley Does It. I'm here bringing you this look today. I don't know about y'all, but every time I think I'm getting up early enough to get things done, I look at the clock and I literally have 30 minutes to get my life together and get out the door. After I have watched several Fresh Prince episodes, after I have lollygagged, drank my tea, looked on Instagram, caught up on Twitter, now I have 30 minutes to get my life together and I have wasted so much time. Today, I'm giving you my 15-minute routine to help you get out the door also. Because sis, it happens to the best of us. And I gotta give you something so you can get out the door and get in the car and be on time. If you're ready for this look, keep watching. First, I'm gonna start with my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Primer. Then I'm gonna go in with my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Hydrating Foundation, and I love this foundation more than the matte foundation because, especially in the wintertime, I have drier skin, and this just makes my skin look amazing. If you're looking for a foundation that makes you look radiant all the time, and you have drier skin like I do, you will love this. And when I'm in a rush, normally use my beauty blender as opposed to using a brush because it's just easier for me to put my makeup on quickly. Make sure when you're putting on your foundation with your beauty blender that you are actually wetting your beauty blender before you put on your foundation, because when you don't wet it, it just kind of sticks. You want it to absorb into your skin and give you a nice even complexion. The amount of Fenty Beauty products that I'm about to use, you would think this video is sponsored. I am now going to take my concealer, which is Fenty Beauty. Okay. And put this underneath my eye. You see these bags? You see these dark circles? We're going to cover these up a little bit. This is what happens when you're out here saving lives. Okay. I'm gonna let that sit for just a second because I feel like when I let my concealer sit for just a second, it blends in better. While I'm doing that and waiting, I'm gonna actually define my brows a little bit. Now look, normally when I'm trying to have a beat face, I get the brows done. It's the process with the brows normally takes me a minute, and I just zone out and just really live in the moment of the brows. When I'm doing a 15-minute face, I don't have time to do all that. I do not. So what I use is my brow boss gel from Colourpop, and I also use my Fenty Beauty MVP Brow Wiz, and I just push all of my hair on my brows up. Right now I'm in the process of growing my brows out, so they are starting to come together finally and look fuller, but every now and then I need a little bit of help. So I use a brow gel that's actually tinted for that reason. I also love Colourpop's brow products because I feel like they have a lot of variety, like in different colors and hues. I really like it. Now, just to fill in the ends of my eyebrow, I'm going to take my Fenty Beauty brow pencil and just fill in just the outside tail, because that is the part that I'm growing out. Now that I'm having a little bit of issue, and I'm just filling it in a little bit. Everything else looks good. Doesn't have to be perfect. If I'm in a hurry, I just want to make sure that they are showing up and they look full. Ta-da! So now I'm going to go back in with another smaller sponge and blend out my concealer. I'll let that sit for just a second and get my powder ready. So I do use the Fenty powder, and I love the Fenty powder. I'm using a brush, and I don't always use a brush when I put my powder on. Most of the time I'm using a sponge. But when I'm in a hurry and I have 15 minutes with my makeup on,
I'm using a brush.
I ain't got time to bake. I ain't got time to do none of that. We gonna use a brush. And I go in on the outside first, around the perimeter, and then I'll go in underneath my eye. And I like to just push my brush into my skin and let the powder just soak in to the beauty. Now I go in with a little bit of bronzer.
Just a little bit.
And I wonder what kind of bronzer I'm gonna use. Of course, Fenty.
I don't work there, I promise.
I'm going in with the, of course, Sunstalker, and the bronzer was the bronzer of the year.
Of the year.
I use CoCo Naughty. There's so many more shades. The reason why I love this bronzer so much is because it's matte and it's not powdery. So I have other bronzers that I use, and when I pick up the bronzer with my brush, it tends to be a little bit powdery. The reason why I like this one is because I feel like it's not as powdery and it has good pigmentation, even though it's not powdery. I don't know how she did that.
She's a genius.
We all know. Shout out to you, Rihanna. You did that. All right, and I just go in on the outer perimeter just to give myself a little bit of warmth. All right, and then I'm gonna go in and put a little bit of blush, and I'm gonna use actually Makeup Shayla's blush with Colourpop in her Under Construction collab, and this is in Whistle While You Work, and it's just a nice little rosy pink shade. I don't always put on blush, but when I do, I like to use this shade because I just feel like it's not as pigmented and it doesn't make my cheeks look like a doll, you know? Alright. And I'll take my big powder brush and just blend all of that together. Now, as far as eyeshadow goes, I don't have time to do a nice little beautiful eyeshadow look. I make it really simple, really quick. So I'll put my concealer on. And I'm using the same concealer that I used in my previous video, which is just the Revolution concealer. And then I'm gonna go in with,
because clearly this is a Fenty video.
my Fenty Beauty palette, Moroccan Spice palette. I'm going to go in with Cumin Guineas. Let me just show you. It's this color. And put that on my lid, in the crease, all the way up. And then what I like to do is go in with the bronzer that I just put on my cheek and put a little bit of that in my crease. And it kind of deepens it a little bit. But I love putting on like a bronzer shade or just a neutral shade and then just going out the door. It's just simple. If you don't have enough time, this is like the perfect technique to still give your eye some dimension and you still look fabulous. And I really just put it right in the crease just to deepen it up just a little bit. And then I'll go back in. Let me just make sure I'm telling you the right thing. Desert Baked. And this is all you need. You don't need nothing else. Right on the lid. And this just gives you a really soft look. And you're ready to go. So simple. So simple. I'll take my bronzer. Again, go back in underneath my lash line and just blend that right in together. And then I add a little eyeliner, also in the tear duct, and then I'll add mascara. Before I do that, let me put on a little highlighter. With this hydrating foundation, you don't necessarily need like a huge amount of highlighter because I feel like it gives you a natural glow. But I like to use a highlighter that's just very subtle. I'm actually gonna use this. This is like an oldie with a goodie. My E.L.F. Heart Defensor highlighter. And it's two actually different shades. I'm gonna use this darker shade. It's kind of like a bronzier shade. And just blend that in. And there we have it. Let me go put on some liner and some mascara and I'll be right back. And here we have the finished look. Thank you for watching my video today. I hope these tips and tricks will help you get out the door in a flash because let's be honest, sis,
You're always late.
including me. I absolutely love you guys. Thank you to everyone that has supported me. Thank you guys for all the likes, for all the comments, and for all my new subscribers. Thank you for going on this journey with me. And if you haven't subscribed,
What are you waiting for?
see you next time. Peace. Go get the gloss. Go get the gloss. Go get the gloss.